True royalty isn't inherited through bloodlines. It is forged within your daily habits, long before a crown ever touches your head. True achievements don't manifest out of thin air without a signal. Long before external markers arrive, your inner routine, worldview, and moral fiber are already under construction. A massive percentage of individuals falsely assume that absolute self-assurance only appears after monumental victory. They dream that the second they secure massive wealth, obtain public praise, or conquer a primary objective, they will instantly feel valuable. But reality operates in the exact opposite direction. Those who achieve spectacular outcomes routinely begin operating like the precise individual they intend to become, decades before society ever acknowledges them. Why do we constantly delay our own growth while expecting the world to hand us greatness? Years in the past, I observed a young fellow who handled exhausting shifts inside a tiny mechanics shop. His weekly compensation scarcely covered basic living expenses. Nonetheless, there was an undeniable uniqueness surrounding his presence. He arrived ahead of schedule, maintained deep curiosity, absorbed information rather than speaking, and managed every client with sincere dignity. Whenever he discussed his tomorrow, he never complained regarding his current difficulties. He expressed himself with silent conviction. He was not mimicking an established victor. He was deliberately preparing himself to transform into one. Several seasons later, I received news from him once more. This man had launched his personal enterprise, organized a devoted staff, and established an existence he previously assumed was entirely out of reach. His eventual rise was never a random fluke. It was the absolute consequence of developing into the appropriate figure before the perfect moment manifested. This represents an essential truth millions frequently disregard. Far too many people pause for external situations to advance before upgrading their personal standards. They require absolute certainty prior to initiating real effort. They demand external endorsement prior to embracing their inherent capability. They pause for an ideal scenario instead of organizing themselves for battle. But rare breakthroughs routinely visit characters who possess total readiness. Every single day you choose subtle paths that secretly design your destiny. The tone you utilize, the obligations you honor, the exertion you deploy when nobody is tracking you, the dignity you extend toward individuals who offer absolutely zero leverage for your advancement. These fleeting instances appear trivial, but collectively, they establish your ultimate legacy. True character is never generated during public celebrations. It is forged through completely ordinary days. Real self-assurance is never boisterous. It requires zero spotlight. It demands no continuous validation. True pride emerges from understanding you have defended your core standards even when not a soul was watching. Visualize staring into the mirror each sunrise, knowing you fully executed every commitment to yourself during the previous day. That profound sensation cannot be bought with money. It cannot be borrowed from another. It must be strictly earned. Many individuals mistake real certainty for superficial pride. They are completely divergent concepts. Arrogance desperately attempts to establish superiority over others. Certainty concentrates entirely on endless self-improvement. Arrogance seeks immediate applause. Certainty seeks consistent progress. The most influential giants in any setting are rarely the loudest talkers. They are the quietest observers because they no longer require external confirmation to recognize their personal power. Your daily actions are continuously casting definitive votes for the identity you are building. Every single training session is a vote for physical power. Every single page turned is a vote for deeper wisdom. Every single transparent choice is a vote for unyielding integrity. Every single structured dawn is a vote for the reality you desire. Not a single selection transforms your path instantaneously, but thousands of micro-decisions undeniably will do so. View your inner growth like growing a mighty oak tree. You fail to spot substantial development after 24 hours, but months down the line, the root system has extended deep underneath the topsoil. Decades afterward, everyone marvels at the massive trunk. What they completely missed was the unseen progression unfolding throughout the entire timeline. Ultimate victory replicates this identical sequence. Observers cheer for the final trophy. They rarely witness the grueling rehearsal. Life inevitably uncovers whatever you have repeatedly implemented. That is precisely why relentless dedication carries immense weight. Strict discipline is not a form of penalties. Discipline is self-respect in action. It is choosing what elevates your future self over what merely pleases your present desire. It means waking up when comfortable rationalizations seem incredibly persuasive. It means completing your assignment long after temporary inspiration completely vanishes. Anyone can perform intensely when they experience sudden inspiration. The figures who entirely reconstruct their destinies persist even when raw enthusiasm is completely absent. They lean on absolute obligation rather than fleeting feelings. Another distinct attribute that distinguishes phenomenal leaders is raw authenticity. Honor means your hidden selections perfectly match your public reputation. It dictates executing what is proper, even when adopting simple shortcuts would be vastly easier, because every single compromise carries a concealed penalty. You might secure temporary relief, but you gradually dissolve confidence in your own capabilities, and once self-trust evaporates, every subsequent decision becomes infinitely more painful. Safeguard your personal honor. It stands as one of the ultimate assets nobody can provide you and nobody can strip away unless you willingly hand it over. Deep wisdom serves as another cornerstone of enduring triumph. Academic knowledge fills your intellect. Wisdom navigates your everyday choices. Reviewing literature holds massive value. Consulting with strategic mentors holds massive value. Mastering fresh capabilities holds massive value. But conceptual data alters absolutely nothing until it translates into massive physical action. Countless individuals gather insights the exact way standard tourists collect cheap souvenirs. They appreciate learning, but actively dodge execution. True elevation sparks the exact millisecond comprehension transforms into explicit behavior. Ask your mind frequently, what singular lesson can I put into practice right now? Not next week, today. Absolute service rounds out this grand framework. The figures who establish permanent impact almost universally concentrate on providing massive utility before demanding any compensation. They inquire, how can I assist? How can I upgrade this present condition? What major dilemma can I resolve? Paradoxically, the more exceptional utility you generate for other humans, the more incredible paths uncover you. Communities remember figures who make their journeys simpler. They place faith in individuals who steadily contribute. Genuine command originates with pure contribution, not status, not titles, or public praise, but contribution. Your underlying outlook also dictates your destination far more than your current environment. Two individuals can undergo the precise identical setback. One perceives absolute evidence they must surrender. The other identifies a profound lesson they required to master. The scenario is perfectly identical. The internal perception is radically opposite, and that specific distinction alters your entire trajectory. Triumphant souls do not evade hardship. They simply deny hardship permission to define their core identity. Every single barrier demands the identical answer. Will this specific obstacle break you or fortify you? Your ultimate response structures your reality. Distant future orientation provides another immense competitive advantage. Most ordinary humans look exclusively at the present hour. Highly progressive leaders contemplate generations down the line. They fully grasp that current effort manufactures tomorrow's absolute freedom. Rather than pondering what feels comfortable right this second, they cross-examine, what will I feel profoundly appreciative for 5 years from this moment? That solitary question alters financial strategies, physical health habits, professional trajectories, and personal connections. It completely overhauls your entire existence. Monitor your thoughts with extreme vigilance. The dialogues you tolerate, the media you digest, the companions you tolerate around your space. All of these factors subtly manipulate your inner logic. Your immediate circle either expands your horizons or diminishes them entirely. Select your circle with immense caution. Nourish your mind utilizing philosophies that force you to elevate rather than excuses that persuade you to remain stagnant. Every single sunrise you awaken with, a fresh opportunity to become slightly superior to the version of yesterday. Not flawless, just better. One transparent dialogue, one structured choice, one additional paragraph analyzed, one deed of benevolence, one obligation fulfilled. These appear minor, yet exceptional greatness is almost universally structured from ordinary behaviors executed repeatedly. Absorb this truth deeply. You do not become victorious because external situations suddenly shift. External situations shift because you have grown entirely capable of generating superior outcomes. The external universe eventually mirrors exactly what has been occurring on the internal landscape. That is precisely why deep patience is paramount. Identity matures silently. Capabilities sharpen incrementally. Self-assurance establishes itself through constant repetition. Nothing of lasting value is generated overnight. Refuse to compare your initial steps with another person's master stage. Focus entirely on your independent development. Praise consistency far more than mere speed, because consistency triumphs over everything, always. When your internal baseline rises, your physical reality begins ascending alongside it. You instinctively make superior choices. You draw healthier associations. You earn monumental trust. You unlock paths that once appeared entirely hidden, not because the planet suddenly shifted, but because you transformed yourself. Therefore, halt your waiting for the ideal hour. Halt your waiting for external validation. Halt your waiting until you feel totally prepared. Crucially, few individuals ever experience total readiness. Initiate becoming the precise figure your destiny demands right now. Journey with absolute intention. Converse with absolute clarity. Honor your words. Pursue endless knowledge. Distribute value generously. Remain deeply structured. Guard your personal honor. Trust the ultimate timeline, even when external rewards remain completely unseen. Eventually, observers will describe your journey as luck. They will marvel at the triumph they can clearly see, but only you will comprehend the absolute reality. You will remember the quiet dawns when nobody cheered, the demanding choices nobody witnessed, the personal costs nobody appreciated, the silent moments when you pressed forward despite crushing uncertainty. Those invisible triumphs inevitably transform into visible status. Never underestimate the immense leverage of transforming into the correct person, because the ultimate milestone isn't amassing extreme wealth. It is not gaining public acclaim. It is not securing trophies. The greatest achievement is becoming a person capable of mastering whatever weight life drops into your hands. Your tomorrow is sculpted by today's honor. Your name originates with today's deeds. Your destiny launches with today's immediate choices. Stand proudly. Command with humility. Select structured discipline over convenient excuses. Select expansion over comfort. Select absolute honor over shortcuts. Maintain your forward momentum even when advancement feels incredibly sluggish. Because every solitary day you are either transforming into the exact leader your grandest visions demand, or transforming into someone who continuously delays them. The definitive selection rests entirely with you, and that specific decision is executed again every single morning. Make your choice with immense wisdom, and if you found value in this blueprint, hit that like button to support Leila Leads, so we can continue leading the way together on this path.